everyone, and welcome to another episode of Inside Athletics. Meet the staff. I'm your host and sports information director, Jordine Matthews, and today our special guest is one of our new football coaches, Mr. Benedict Hyppolite. How are you doing?
Hey, I'm doing well. How are you?
Now, what is your official title today? Oh, I'm great, by the way. I'm great. What is your official title here?
Well, I'm the offensive coordinator at Florida Memorial, obviously. And I'm in charge of the offense, and I'm in charge of scoring points and putting an exciting product out there on the football field that the fans and the university and everybody will be proud of and excited to come out and watch each and every week. So, and I'm also in charge of like community relations, and just really getting kids out there in the community and just doing community service. So.
I just want y'all to know that this program has pretty much been 61 years in the making. We've been on a 61-year hiatus. And the fact of the matter is, I'm going to need you to give me some more energy than what you're giving me right now, okay? I need a little bit more energy. You're supposed to be hyped up. They're supposed to be like, yes, football is back. We're excited about this. Like, this demeanor right now is just like, I'm too cool for school.
No, it's not that, man. I'm actually thankful for the opportunity. I'm very blessed. I'm humbled, and just look forward to just the exciting things that the university and Coach Harris is bringing, and everybody here has just been very supportive in the process. So I'm just trying to process everything and understanding that every day I wake up, I'm waking up in my dreams. So I'm just, really ready to get this place back to the rightful place and back to the national championship.
Nah, it's been about what, 3 weeks since you've been officially on board, 2, 3, something like that. Of those and you guys have kind of been taking the ball rolling ever since. You've been doing a lot of trips to certain high schools in the area. Just how's that been going for you guys?
I think it's been awesome, because not too far long, I was just a high school coach myself, and so we've had the opportunity just the landscape of South Florida, visiting Palm Beach, Rivera Beach, Broward County, and Dade County, the relationship that we had with these guys when we were in high school, and just visiting and recruiting their student athletes and seeing was the best fit for our university, who's going to be the best guys that'll help us bring the program where we're trying to do it, as far as the national championship. So it's been great, we can't hit every area, obviously. It's just right now the two of us, and just trying to just be sure that we show everybody the love that they deserve, and just trying to break down from down south all the way to Palm Beach. And as you know, it's a lot of different high schools, but for the most part, we're excited about it.
Now, you guys have recently started doing your workouts and things like that. I know a lot of the young men that are already on campus have gotten physically cleared, and you guys have started doing some morning workouts. Like, how's that been going? How are they looking so far?
Now, that's actually been a great experience. The guys are excited, waking up, and, just to say that football is back and we don't have to just sit back and hear about it. Now we're actually finding tune and really going out there and running and weightlifting and just getting a step closer to our dreams and getting a step closer to spring football and being able to be active and dissect plays and compete. But just, just seeing the guys out there actively running and actively engaged and coming every day consistently has been just an exciting process for us thus far, and I'm excited about it.
I want you to kind of take me through like that first day that you guys, after everybody was cleared, had your first like morning workout practice. Was it one of those things where it was like, oh yeah, okay, we got something here, or was one of those things that was like, whew, Lord, we got some work to do?
Well, I think I'll be biased in this situation because I actually played for Coach Harris. So when he had the guys line up in a line and just kind of giving the speech and the expectation of the program and, what he's expecting out of these young men, he actually fired me up. And it was like my shoes, I was shaking, and I'm like, man, we ready to go. Let's get out there and play some football.
Energy.
Yeah, no, Coach really brought it out of me. Yeah, he really brought it out of me, and I was excited. And I was like, man, this is the start of something special. And it's going to be something that we're looking at 10, 15 years down the line and saying, man, we started this team right here in 2020, the rebirth of the program and being a new day, man. We excited to be here. I believe we're going to do great, and I'm very humbled by it. And, man, let's get it started.
Now we're going to take a smooth little transition, take a quick break from, the professional world of football and all that, and kind of get to know, Coach Hyppolite a little bit. So tell us a little bit something about you. Give me three things about you, 3 facts about you.
3 facts about me. I'm Haitian American. Grew up in a Haitian household. Well, something to know. I'm Haitian. I'm a Miami native. Born and raised here in Miami, Florida. And I became
Give me one of your hobbies.
One of my hobbies. Well, now it's starting to become, I like to work out now. So I wake up every morning at 5 a.m. at LA Fitness. Now that's has been new for me in my life within the past 3 months, and it's starting to become consistent and really well for me. So that's new, and I love to go to church. I get, church. That's the top of my list right there. So those are my things. I say, just that self-love, healthcare,
I think that the whole workout thing is a good habit to start, especially at being a collegiate coach or a coach in general. You don't want to put your athletes through all these workouts and tell them the importance of eating right and being in shape, and then you just out here like.
No, if I ever do it again, like I was a head football coach at Miami Carroll City, and before then at Hollandale High School in Broward County, and and I had to obviously run a football program, deal with administration, and as well with other coaches, have to coach my coaches. Mm-hmm. And if there was one thing I used to always have every Tuesday, it's almost like the potluck here. I would do that, and where all the coaches would bring a dish or whatever, but we'll actually break it up into components of 4 coaches, and it'll rotate of who provide the dinner. But before that, we will have coaches Bible study. So we'll have a team chaplain that'll come in every Tuesday, and mentor us as leaders, so we can have just the kind of mindset to mentor these other young men of the football program, because we used to do the team Bible study on Thursday. And if it was one thing, if I was to ever go back and coach high school again, if it was something that I implement, I'd make it mandatory for at least 1 hour for all the coaches, to making sure that we're doing walking while we're running, because self-help is important. Your self-love of really taking care of your body and taking care of your, just on how you're eating properly, and being sure that you engage and active, man, so we can live a long life. I think sometimes we take that for granted with the work schedule and workload, so we come up with a lot of different excuses on why we can't do it. But if it was for me, I would kind of just put it within a schedule to be sure, because it helps you process information more and get a jump start on your day, or maybe even after your day, to be proud of yourself about something you've accomplished, physically. So I would do that.
I just want y'all to know, y'all see this change in this energy. Like, I had to call him out for him to give me some energy, and it's there. I'm loving it. So what you're saying is basically you're about to start Bible study for the athletic staff here at the university. That's what you said, right?
Well, obviously, Coach Harris has put me in charge with community, relations, to being sure that I come up with every month with different, programs or activities for the guys to do, and getting them active in the community doing something. And, I know it's one FCA Fellowship Christian with athletes, and, we've already been invited to the breakfast in December. So, it's definitely on the to-do list, as far as making sure that he can come out and fit in with everybody's schedule, and then having, every week just a coach's Bible study. Absolutely.
He said coaches. I said athletic staff.
Athletic staff.
I'm not part of the coaching staff.
I'm sorry. I call everybody coach. That's so crazy.
I am a coach.
I call everybody coach. Everybody who that's just in the world I grew up in. Even like my mom, or my to everybody at the house. My brother, my sister, my nephews, everybody. Hey coach. I'm like, hey, what's up, coach? I call everybody coach. So don't take it. The wrong way. Everybody's coach in my world.
Now, you kind of say that you kind of live like this faith-based life. And everything kind of is like just you believing in the higher power, believing in God, having this faith-based life. Now, was it faith that brought you here? Was it more so coaches, influence, or was it just something like, hey, this is a great opportunity. I've been coaching on the high school level. The only way to go kind of is up from here, and it was kind of like the next traditional step to take. Was it one of those experiences, or was it mainly like an influence of others?
As far as that actually brought me here?
Brought you here, yeah.
Oh man, you know what? I think definitely through prayer. Coach Harris obviously coached me in high school. Then I ended up going back and I worked for a coach. And just all the experience and things and knowledge that I gained from him, I was able to go ahead and leave and run a program on myself that was actually successful. Yep. And it was hard. It was a struggle. Like when, just the decision making of saying that just the year before we were the number 4 team in the country and had aspirations of coming back to contend for a state title. And, this situation came up. And I'm always a firm believer. I didn't want to regret, saying, because my dream and aspiration always is to go on to the next level and try new things. And, I always pray about it. And I always ask the Lord for me not to lean to my own understanding, but I pray and I leave it in your hand, and you can direct me from there and tell me what decision I should do and where should I go. They always say the steps of a good person are ordered by the Lord. And, so I prayed about it. And when I prayed, I understood that this was the right situation for me. It was a new challenge, a new journey, a new task to take on in my life that I don't take for granted. And, just leave it in his hands. And I understand that he'll carry me through, because I'm not skilled enough to do things in this world alone. And I understand he'll go before me and I follow. So he led me here.
Amen. Before we get out of here, just if there's one quote or even Bible verse that you kind of like live your life by, what would it be?
If it was something that I live my life by, and I say that is I rather an achievement. I rather how should I want to say it? I rather learn from failure than achieve something and become arrogant. So I rather go through things in life or whatever that I can learn from than to be blessed with, an opportunity and become arrogant and lose sight of the service of doing right by people on a day-to-day basis.
Gotcha. So it's along the lines of kind of like you can't really like understand or enjoy the process like as much if you don't work for it. Like if something's just handed to you, like yeah, of course you're going to be appreciative of it, you're going to like it, but it's not the same feeling as putting in the work and knowing the steps that you took to get to it. So you appreciate it a lot more. You hold on to it a lot more, and it means more to you when you work for something.
I think in the lines of more so, no matter where the Lord blesses you, whether it's that big executive position or to the lowest position, that who you are is who you are, being a good person. Like I used to always teach my student athletes at the high school, give the same respect that you give to the teacher, to the principal, the same way you give it to them, give it to the janitor. It doesn't matter about the position or what title, to make you arrogant. So just because you achieve something, your achievement and all your accomplishment, that should not make you arrogant. You should just be humbled by it. So I rather fail at something and I learn from a failure experience, and I rather learn from something than to achieve and become arrogant in the process.
I feel like that was like 17 different like versions and quotes all in one, but at the end of the day it means the same thing.
Probably so. I'm sorry.
No, you're good.
Okay.
It was just like I was processing it all, and it was a
Okay.
lot said in in a small amount of words, but at the same time, like you want to make sure that those out there that are watching, you guys get that message, you learn from it, you take it, you pass it on, pay it forward, that type of thing. So that's the whole purpose of doing these videos, kind of just to try to get to know you better as a person, as a coach, and to welcome you into this Lion family. So welcome, Coach. We are thankful for you. We appreciate you being here, and we look forward to seeing more. So make sure you guys just subscribe down below so you can see more videos from our coaches, from the administrative staff here, just everyone involved in athletics. And also I'm going to leave Coach Harris's video up above somewhere so you guys can check that out as well. So that is the head football coach we have here, Coach Hyppolite, our offensive coordinator. And thank you guys for watching. And until next time.
Hey, till next time, join the pride. Go to Memorial Football.
Bye, guys.